What's up, everybody? How are all the beautiful people doing? I'm really off kilter today, so yeah, so this one's gonna be really raw. We'll see how vibrant and the rejuvenation is gonna happen no matter what. So yeah, I'm it's been hard to get a place that wasn't windy, so I've wanted to make I'm alive, everybody. So I just had to take a break from the vids because I need moderation in all aspects of my life. That's what I'm working on, and plus I'm not working until July, so I'm trying not to. But this is kind of a labor of love thing. So, but yeah. I'm back, guys. I'm alive. I'm good. I've got a lot of stuff. I've had it planned. A lot of videos planned and stuff. But man, I just things can get a little nuts when you're doing this. When you're getting well and stuff. When you're making, sometimes when you're trying to actually do the work and stuff, it can be harder. There can be, it's like when you're doing the right things, it can be, the duality is thick. That's my point. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call this one. I have a couple ideas, but cooked food is toxic, guys. It's toxic. It's addictive. And protein is pain. Trust me, guys. And a lot of you guys know, so just hope that these things will help some of you guys, and that we can relate. Because I'm and I don't know, I'm gonna, the first two that I'm gonna do is this one and my 115 days on the juice. That's how long I went, and so broke that about 10 days ago. So I'm gonna try to not repeat anything in the next video. Like I said, I got other videos planned too. I have for a while, but it's like things got pretty crazy. So let me just try to go into it. And like when you can bear the unbearable, we can do it, guys. When we bear that stuff that we think is just unbearable, we're bearing it. So we can do it. We can do anything, guys. So I've really wanted to keep making these, so I'm glad to be back in the loop here, in the zone, trying to get the balance. So basically what happened, right, is I didn't feel comfortable about breaking my fast when I did, but just a lot of stuff with, like, I've been down in Florida for like 4 months, and like my lease was up, and it was just like it's just like a lot of stuff where it's like it got really it's been really hard for me to find a place around here that is like the prices just went up 3 times as much, and it's like my lease was up. The juice fast was getting pretty long, and it was just like having to like break basically what happened is like I just a lot of just like having trouble finding a place that doesn't have mold, pets, or smoke, or neighbors that are, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Florida is just so freaking developed, and so just finding a place where, like, I have my place in Maine where I can go and I don't have to pay it. I basically don't have to pay much, but it's like and all to live there, because it's just like a cabin, but it's like it's not conducive for what I'm doing, or for everything's changed now. I don't want a homestead anymore. I need a fruit stead. I need fruit trees, like more fruit trees and stuff, tropical. So basically what happened is just these like, it's good to have like a home where you can like jump out of, where you can like kind of and it's just like the last 7 years I've traveled so much. I would be at my little place up in Maine, but not you know, it's just work, and like I've always been just way different, and so my work has been different. I've been very isolated. Like I got into hermit mode, like on purpose and on accident, and it's like I'm having a really hard time breaking out of that, and I'm doing everything I can. That's the thing. It's like I know what I need. Like for a while, I was like, I don't need anyone. I'll just whatever, and like not deal with whatever that I needed to deal with. And like I know I've been doing my emotional work. I know what I need to do, and it's just like it's just I've been really feeling lost. I know I haven't been lost, but I've been feeling it, and I've just been feeling that. It's just, gosh, when we're doing these things, it's like we really are kind of in the dark in a lot, unless you're lucky and you live by people that you know, and it's just other raw food people or whatever, or you know what I mean. So it's just like not having the communities. But and I'm not making excuses. I'm gonna own this stuff, but it's just like it just becomes more and more apparent that this stuff takes years to like really dial down. It's been a year and a half, pretty freaking raw for the most part, and it's like, and I've known about this stuff for so long. It's like, man, why didn't I listen to DTM back 8-9 years ago? Because it just takes a lot. It's so hard, guys. The emotional eating. So basically, what happened, guys, is which. Like I said, I'm going to try not to go into too much stuff from the other video I'm going to make, but 115 days, made it. Then the next day, I had a lot of stressful stuff, and just lots of emotional stuff. I did like a 5-day dry fast, and that was amazing. And I was pretty good for the last week of my juice fast. I felt amazing. But I just like started craving this, like, I'm telling you what not to do, okay? Like craving just avocados, and because it's how I deal with shit. It's how I deal with stuff. It's like food is that was my coping mechanism for anything, because I've been clean from drugs for so long that food was turned into something like really, really hard to, as you guys know, to fix. And I knew like an avocado, it's not the worst thing to break a fast with, but it's definitely not. It's not something I would have planned on doing at all, ever. No way. And I actually had gallstones come out from it, so it wasn't. And I knew it was like it's kind of dangerous too, but I didn't care. Like that's how bad. That's how fucked up. Sorry. That's how crazy of a journey it's been, and just that with the mind and the emotions, and just like feeling so freaking lost, like just doing this alone and being alone for so many years, and it's just whatever, all these feelings and all this crap and all this I'm just so sick of having to go to the next place, the next hotel, the next whatever it is. And so it was nice to have my little place there for 3 months, where I was just there. And so that had a lot to do with like me breaking it in the dumbest way possible. Believe me, I knew not to do that. So that's what happened. And basically the next day, I was like, what did I do? What have I done? And it was like the next day I broke it. And I ate, the next day was fruit. It's been just fruit during the day, but once it gets dark, so basically the next night I had like another avocado the next night. Like again, it's like, what do you do? Because when you break them, at least Gino talks about like the master fast and stuff. He's like, it takes you weeks and weeks to like really break it, because you're clearing some stuff out in a different way, because you got the fiber again, right? And So just, I'm not beating myself up. This is just what happened. And so I don't know. I think it was the third or fourth night. It's like, man, it's like, not every time that I break a fast do I screw it up really bad, you know, but like, man, this one was the worst of this one was really not good. And so I don't know. I think, like I was saying, I think I made it four nights, and then the fourth night, like I had cooked food, and that was like 10 days ago, and every single freaking night except I'm done now. I'm freaking done. I just want to get back to that purity and that light. That's why I just want the light. I don't want the darkness crap. I don't want that. I want to face my stuff. I don't want to feel like crap on mind, body, soul. I don't want any of this stuff. So it's just, it's been really difficult. So basically, and the amount that it's like an all-time bad. Like my binging is disgusting. It's like pathetic. It's the amount I've been eating from like 6 o'clock ish to like 12 o'clock ish at night is absurd. Like I'm not gonna say it's the worst ever, because I had another time that I could think of that was tied for how bad this is, but it's been really. But it's all about, like, sometimes, guys, the bull the bull can buck you off really hard when you're doing this stuff, and it's just like I just feel that, like I said earlier, the duality is just so thick. It's like, man, when I'm on the juice and all that, I'm just like in the freaking heavens. Like, just feel like, you know, like I'm like in this place, and then I just still haven't found the balance with this stuff. And I know this is a positive thing. It's always, guys, remember, every time that we go back, we eat some cooked food, whatever. It's all how we look at it, you know? And it's all how we get back on that bull when it bucks us off. You know? As my buddy Matt kind of put it. It's all about it, you know? So at least this time it wasn't like 3 weeks. I had like a 3-week bender where every single night I would eat like tons of cooked food during this 1.5 year thing. Like, so this one hasn't been as long. I'm putting a stop to it, and so that's what happened, right? That's basically what happened. And it just becomes more and more apparent the longer I do this, because you can't stop with the cooked food. You can't. It's like there's no shut off switch at all. At least with the fruit. After you eat your 6th banana or whatever, your 2nd papaya, you know your body is telling you, hey, stop eating. But with the cooked food, literally, this is disgusting, and I'll admit it. But literally, this 1st or 2nd night I ate the cooked food, I threw up, and then I went out and ate it the same thing every single night afterwards. If that's not like addiction, I don't know what is. Like, it's like you feel powerless sometimes, you know. It's like it's straight up just like a drug. And I know I went through all the drug stuff really, really bad. I'm very blessed to be alive, and, you know, been done with the drug stuff for 11 years. So I know this is just like it, and it's different, but it is such a freaking drug. So I don't know, guys, like, what else about that? It's just like, you can't, it's like a bottomless pit with the cooked food. Bottomless pit. It's like shoveling it in, and it's just like bam, 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 bam. And it's like always like, and then, you know, if you have some sort of self-control, I don't think there's anything, especially in today's world where we're things are different, you know, they're not like they were back in the day, so there's altercations, you know, so we can't always just go jump to like do a big water fast or whatever, or there are, you guys know what I'm saying, we have to be careful with, so if you can just eat like 4 ounces of nuts, or like, you know, whatever people eat, 2 ounces of pistachios or whatever, if you can just eat one plate of food, or even 2 sometimes, depending on how much food that is, like that's different. But for me, it's the same thing with the drugs. Like I couldn't just do like a little cocaine. It wasn't possible. I wanted to do, I'm not gonna, what am I here for? Sell me as much as you can. That's how. And it's like, that's how exactly how the cooked food is for me. It's like, I can't stop eating it. And it's so freaking stimulating. And when we do these binges and stuff, it's like, for me at least, it's like I'm just trying to eat for like, I'm usually not in the zone where I am enjoying the food and I'm chewing and I'm like, and it's like, I'm thinking, it's usually, it's just like you just try, for me, I just try to get that stimulation, and it's like, it's literally exactly like a drug, and it's like, and it feels like it too. It feels like it because you feel that high from eating it, but then you feel the mucus and you feel all sorts of crap. So, yeah, I commend you guys who have self-control. I'm really trying to learn it. Like I said, moderation, self-control, and all balance. Again, having to learn this again, in all aspects of my life, and it's just the food part is like, what? My life isn't that out of balance, you know, but it's been tough, like with the food, the health stuff, doing this thing that no one else is doing, being raw by yourself. You guys can relate. I know it. Most of you guys can relate, and then just having like, you know, like my living situation, it's, you know, all that stuff is crazy, and it's like, what do I do? You know, it's like every freaking day, sometimes I'll look, I'm like, where do I go? I'm like, what is this place gonna be like? Have mold? Is it gonna have neighbors who are like, you know, it's like I spent a lot on the last place, and it was like, sweet, I spent this much, like I would never spend before, so I could be right on the water and have fresh air, because it's super important to me. But it's like, oh cool, you're gonna smoke cigarettes and make it so I have to leave my house basically. I mean, it's just, you know, it was just a tricky thing, because they didn't live right next to me, and it's like, they don't understand that you're smoking right out front and there's a thing over it that's going to waft in. It's going to waft in from the neighbor's house, because when you smoke, you just don't get it. Because it's just like the cooked food. When you're smoking cigarettes, the first time you do it, it's like I said earlier, when I threw up, like the first or second time I had it, and it's like when you first smoke cigarettes when you're a kid, like when I first, you feel it really bad, and it's like, but then you adapt to it. It's the same thing with the cooked food. It's like, and it was like I did it for 10 nights, and this just showed me even more about it. Like every time I keep learning with this stuff, and it's like it was like, wow, it's like each night I could handle more and more mucus forming crap that I was stuffing my face with. I could handle more and more of it, and then I'd feel really sick again. It was just and it's like I started to get that feeling in my stomach again that, you know, John Rose talks about, like that sick feeling. It's not hunger. That's not a feeling of hunger. If you do, no matter what you do, put in your body, if it's good, bad, it doesn't matter. You're going to get addicted to it. Your body is going to be craving it. No matter if it's nails, freaking rocks, freaking disgusting crap. It doesn't matter what it is. It's your body's going to crave it, and that's exactly that nasty feeling. It's not hunger, because believe me, it's disgusting. If I told you I don't know how many calories it's been that I've been eating at night, and it's just bad. And it's just like, man, I'm being really wasteful right now, and I don't like that. I don't like any. So I don't know how this one's going to come out. I haven't done one for a while, and this one is totally raw. Totally no, I just have. So it's been pretty nuts. I've had some crazy family stuff happen. I've had all sorts of stuff. But we always have these things. It's about, like I said, getting back on the road that we we need to be on, and so I don't know. Here's a couple things just about like the mind, body, and soul stuff that's been affected by the cooked food. It's affected everything. Like for the emotional and the mind stuff, I felt really unsettled since I started eating it again. I had really low levels of anxiety before, like very low, because I dealt with anxiety. Like when I stopped doing the drugs, I dealt with it, but there was still very little residual stuff. But after that 4 months on juice, mostly mono, that's like I had zero anxiety, zero fear. Well, I mean, not zero, but pretty much. I've been working a lot on myself, but like I had none of this. And like, gosh, when I eat the cooked food, when my body feels like complete crap, like granted, it hasn't been feeling wonderful for the whole 4 months, but I was scrubbing really hard, scrubbing away, doing longer and longer dry fasts, and getting all that alkalinity, getting that stuff in, putting nothing in that's bad. And that, what was I saying? Yeah, so basically I've had, since eating the cooked food again, these last 10 days, I've felt like little amounts of anxiety that are back. And like, especially when my body, that's like been a key thing. When my body hasn't felt good, that's when I would have the anxiety. When I didn't feel like, when I'd be bloated or whatever, or have the asthma stuff come up, any of this stuff that I've ever, these health stuff things I've had, or just like the ulcerative colitis type stuff, when these things happened, it would make, when my body wouldn't feel right, I wouldn't feel comfortable in my own skin, and I would have some anxiety stuff come back. So that saying, little amounts of anxiety came back. What else? Yeah, it's just like I said earlier, it's just like the emotional eating thing. It's like trying to make up for lack, just trying to make up for what I'm not getting. I don't have my community. My friends live all over the place, and my friends who do the raw also live all over the place. And so it's just like, like I said, like just the nighttime thing, and just whatever, being pretty much the lone wolf for most of my life, and whatever. So I don't need to explain what I've been lacking, but you can probably tell from what I explained earlier. But like, so the body has been just effed up since eating the cooked food. It's like the GI tract. It's messed up again. It's not, the body's been pretty, like, way better than I like. I'm surprised at how much it's been handling this. But then again, I did 4 months on juice, so there is still some work that I did, and with all the dry fasts, and after that 5-day one, like, there's a lot of work that has been done. That even so, like, the worst way that I could have broken it, with the avocados when I broke it, and then just the cooked food at night, my point is I've still been better than I would thought, but like the GI tract screwed up again. I went about a month where I used no inhaler, like one puff in like a month, or I probably did like 15 puffs in the whole total 4 months on juice, and it was starting to get less and less and less and less the longer I went on the juice. And so I've like needed to use the inhaler since going back on the cooked food. Just saying. So mucus in the stomach, fatigue is back, the pain, the freaking having to put earplugs in and having to put a towel, something over my head so it's dark. That thing came back. Feeling in the stomach of just all, there's so much stuff that I could talk about, but try to keep it real simple. And the soul, I felt like a complete slave to the freaking cooked food. So, and besides all that, like there's been so much emotional, mental pain and physical pain. So much physical pain is back. And like I said, soul, pain in the soul. This is not my path. My path is the light, you know, more of a desirable path than this. So I don't know. It's just, there's been a lot of pain, and it's just, I don't know. It's like protein, these high protein diets, guys. If you have any sort of pain issues, stop eating it for a while and then go back to it. Just every time that you do it, it becomes, as long as you've been on long stints of, for the most part, you know, long enough stints to feel the difference. Once you go back and you eat that garbage again, high amounts of protein, it's gonna hurt your kidneys, it's gonna hurt your stomach. I mean, it does. It's just like, now I have the thing where it's like, well, it's like where I go, but I don't, it's like I don't have to really pee that bad, but it's like, I could keep explaining this stuff, but I'm gonna keep it really simple. And I haven't done one in a while. And of course, this one's gonna be about 30 minutes, but whatever. I'm off kilter. I don't care. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I'm just like, I don't care. Just have to let it go. Let it all go. You know, let it go. Just let it go. Just feel the downloads. Hear them, see them, understand what they mean, and we can always go into this place where let go and let God, or whatever you want to think of it, that concept where you let go and you get out of your mind. And even if we don't feel good physically, and maybe we feel at times disappointed in yourself, like I haven't been feeling it that much. Yeah, but I don't dwell on stuff. That's the thing. Like, trust me, I'm disappointed, but I live in the present moment as much as I can. Am I always doing it the best way? No, but I like to be here now. And isn't it tough when the here and now is really challenging and really hard? It's tough. But usually we have a say. We always have a say. It comes down to it. We always get in the way on some level. So we can't get in the way. We have to I don't know. This one's just like a freaking tornado. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna be banging the video knocking the videos out again. Or making them. I'm going to be making videos again, so yeah, I miss it. It feels really good, but yeah, like I said earlier, I don't need to work. I'm on a healing mode right now. That's all I care about. I work during the warmer times of the year, so so it is work doing this. So, but this is, you know, I love it, and I really hope that some of my stuff will help you guys. I know that people have been getting something out of them. So I'm back, guys. I'm alive, and just wanted to be real honest with you guys, and real. Yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna just balance is good. Like, I don't think it's being 100% fully raw is good for everyone. There's still certain types of people that it is, but gotta have some sort of balance. I wish I had mine, but I'm getting it. You know, it takes time. It takes time for the. I know you guys can relate. It takes time. Habits, lifestyle, and then food. All these things. It takes time. It takes time. So, yeah, I love you guys. Might not know you, but I love you, and just the most important thing we can do sometimes is just let go and give love. Give love. So, peace, guys. Hope you're well. And Raw Vibrant Rejuvenation, he's back in the game.